ஓம் ஸ்ரீ கணேஷாய நமஹ. ஓம் சரவணபவாய நமஹ. ஓம் ஸ்ரீ குருப்யோ நமஹ. ஓம் மகாலட்சுமி நமஸ்துதே. வணக்கம். Welcome back to the third episode of RTA. If you have not seen the first two, you can watch them later. I will give you a short summary of the context that has already been established. In the first session, we discussed about the true meaning of aesthetics. If your goal is to make your words carry a lot of weight, meaning, then they must get transformed into feelings that touches a soul. And then I shared my personal story with you about the journey that sparked a deep hunger within me to learn my mother tongue through Thirukkural, an ancient Tamizh scripture, under the guidance of my guru, Thiruvilangai Jayarajaya. In the second episode, I shared the practical art of introduction in storytelling by examining just two words, Urai Pairam. We learned that Urai is a commentary which brings clarity to what we are told, and Pairam is a promise that is worth more than gold. It is a space that is spread out for the audience to settle down so that the main journey can unfold. We saw about the genius of Parimelalagar, who wrote the commentary of Thirukkural, which we are exploring. He is the one who coined the term Urai Pairam. He is the first scholar in Tamil literature to write a grand introduction for a commentary of a scripture, thus giving us the term Urai Pairam. So that is what we are going to explore. So at the end of the session, I recited the opening lines of Urai Pairam and promised that we will solve the meaning together in the third episode. Today we will fulfill that promise. By unpacking those foundational words, we are going to discover that our unique human mind gives us the power to choose between two great destinies: blissful worldly life or eternal liberation from the birth cycle. But before we get into the foundational verse, please give me some more time. I want to share some truth about myself and reveal my vision to you so that you can decide whether you should invest your time listening to me or not. My name is Srinath. I am a storyteller, and my fascination for storytelling was born from listening to the tales of Itihasas and Puranas, and from reading comics like Tinkle, Chandamama, Panchatantra, Amar Chitra Kada, Tintin, and there were so many more. I preferred getting lost in those colorful pages of comics because they allowed me to imagine actions and dialogues that could have happened in between each frame. And then I would retell these narratives to my friends and family, which gave me a lot of joy. But more than pleasure, narrating stories increased my ability to arrange my thoughts better and redirect my emotions. So for the last 14 years, whatever I did, I have done many things. I have worked as an assistant director in the Tamil film industry. I have worked as a software developer in IT. I have made short films. I have written screenplays, sketches. I have been a videographer for some time, and no matter what I did, it was always for storytelling, to understand narrative building, to understand character psychology, because they were all based on one single childhood dream: create kick-ass stories and then turn them into our own comics, anime, or even games. But the path forward was not always clear. I was either discouraged or misguided away from the true art of authoring new worlds. This led me to raise some frustrating questions. Why don't why don't we have world class Indian comic series like manga, like this Marvel, DC? Why don't we have world class Indian comic series? Why don't we have a world class Indian animation or Indian games? With all the incredible talent pool that we have, why don't we already have an ecosystem? What are our film industries doing? These lovely Bollywood, Kollywood, and all the other copywoods. Why don't they give credits to the writers and share revenue with them? Seriously, think about it. We have the stories, but we do not have the stage. We have all the talents, but we do not have the ecosystem. We have the writers, but you do not get credits. If this is the reality, how can a writer even think about creating stories that are not only original and entertaining, but also deeply rooted in our culture and spirituality? These Western comic creators and Eastern manga creators, they go to Wikipedia, read Hindu philosophy, and then create half baked stories. Then they sell it back to our country and they are making billions of dollars just from comics. Seriously, I'm not making it up. If you include comic games and anime and the merchandise, the t-shirts and the stickers we buy, it's $1 trillion market, and we are the biggest consumers. And number one, the Japanese and the Westerners, they are able to do it because they have leaders with clear mission and vision, and they have the ecosystem to do it, and we don't. So our solution is to create our own, right? But it has to be in the fundamentals of Indian aesthetics. This is exactly what my journey has been about, creating a framework for a new foundation. And this journey has taught me a few crucial things. To share the values of this land, I must first live by them. An epic story requires an original, immersive story world that is rooted in culture and spirituality. Such a world needs to be like a creative womb in which many creators and artists can collaborate. Creating such universes, creating such a world requires research and development. Creating something new requires immense creative energy. And to gain that energy, our gurus offer a solution, which is to share the knowledge for free and form your own tribe. That is why I am here. This channel is my way of sharing the profound, powerful principles I have learned from Thirukkural, the ultimate source code for building authentic Indian stories. Over the last few years, I have built frameworks for 3 unique story worlds that are rooted in the soil of Indian culture. To bring those worlds into reality, to life, I am forming a creative tribe called Gavani. My goal is to use the knowledge of Thirukkural to find and unite the creators of this generation, collaborate with them, and build our own Bharatiya manga, anime, and world class Indian games. We need to build many Indian character IPs which we can own. Indian character IPs, and we have to create our own creator economy where we all can prosper together. You can read all about this multi-trillion-dollar industry in my website. I have linked it down below. Most important thing to do right now is to learn, is to understand the principles which our ancestors have left for us. So on that note, let me go back to fulfilling my promise. I will now share the meaning of the opening lines of Uraipayiram written by Parimel Alagar. Let's go into it. In the next part of this episode, we are going to unlock the keys to human storytelling experience. And if the vision of Gavani resonates within you, formal invitation to join the creative tribe will be revealed soon. Remember, you don't have to build alone. Subscribe and find your creative home. Nandri, Vanakkam. I will see you in a week.